Movie fans love it when their favorite actors go through hell to transform their bodies for a movie role. We have seen Tom Hardy become Bane, and we have also seen Henry Cavill become The Witcher. Although we have fancied a list of top 10 Hollywood stars who have surprised the fans with their commitment and hard work for the role. Let's get started. Number 10. Kit Harington, Pompeii. We all know Kit from his amazing performance in the Game of Thrones, but his most proud body transformation was more difficult than you might think. Kit Harington suffered from body dysmorphia, excessive anxiety about the appearance of one's body. He was not pleased when a lot of people online said that Kit Harington's six-pack abs were digitally enhanced and not real after his first stills and trailers for the movie were released. He reiterated that they were completely real with no makeup or digital enhancement. He went to the gym 3 times a day, 6 days a week, which caused him to suffer from a case of exhaustion, but he said he was proud of what he achieved at the end. Number 9. Jason Momoa, Aquaman. Mamoa has a history of doing daggering, screaming, manly roles in his career. But when it comes to playing a role in the DC movie, especially as a hero, it has to be perfect. Playing Aquaman, in which Momoa stars as the titular superhero, a trident-wielding deep-sea demigod with a conflicted past and a mission to naturally save our world. The actor seems typecast in the role because Momoa comes off as a kind of superhero himself. A misfit who climbs, skates, rides, and surfs, who rips into raw steaks and washes them down with suds. He kind of always had the vibe. Even having the history behind him, when he unveiled himself from the deep waters, he did surprise his fans. For this role, the studio told him that he needed to get into even better shape than he'd been for the Game of Thrones. And considering how shredded he was as Khal Drogo, it was safe to say that Momoa had a difficult task on his hands. Unlike others on this list, after the role of Drogo, he did let the shreds aside and had to lose fat while building muscle fast. He didn't spend any serious time in the gym. Years of fitness training and past experiences helped him in landing the role. Number 8. Zachary Levi Shazam. Zachary Levi is the perfect anecdote to illustrate how an ordinary guy can build extraordinary muscle. Zach was known as a computer geek in a comedy TV series Chuck, but when he was selected to play the part of Shazam, he has still got his humor. But oh my god, look at that body. He had to get pretty big for the part, and he proved his hard work by showing off his gains on Twitter when there was this rumor going on all over the internet that he wore a padded costume. Speaking of padding, he did pack a whopping amount of 20 pounds, and it showed in the actual movie. Sharing his diet plans, he mentioned he had to take 5 meals a day, and most of them were just chicken breasts and broccoli. He also mentioned that he stopped consuming any alcohol to maintain the optimal health, consisting of 4 to 6 hours of workouts daily for 5 to 6 days a week. Number 7. Bradley Cooper, the American Sniper. If you are wondering how much time is needed to turn a man into a bear, the answer would be 10 weeks. Yes, that's what it took for 3-time Academy Award nominee who used trainer Jason Walsh to get it all done in 10 weeks. The results took the Silver Linings Playbook actor from 185 to 225 pounds, and a lot of calories were consumed. Imagine you wake up one day and start eating your whole day's worth of food in a single meal. The new muscle weight on his body was an eye-opener for himself. He said it changed everything for him. While after the movie, he got back to 185 pounds, but losing all the beef was not an easy task too. Even though he enjoyed playing the role of Chris, don't expect him to get back to that kind of training anytime soon. We asked if he wanted to do it again. He replied, absolutely not. Number 6. Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy. He said, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. Only he didn't use frickin'. We're gonna have to have a serious talk about your language. Chris's performance was loved by the fans. What they never saw was 3 to 4 hours of kick-ass workouts daily is how he became the Guardian of the Galaxy. Cutting off 60 pounds in just 6 months sounds crazy, right? Pratt admittedly said he had started gaining weight purposefully for his Parks and Recreation character, but now he's committed to remaining ripped, saying it gave him a sense of absolute control. Number 5. Christian Bale, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. An actor who truly goes method to play certain characters, Christian Bale has dramatically changed his appearance many times by gaining and losing weight for roles. Going from American Psycho to American Hustle and The Machinist, he has been everywhere. But the amazing fact for transforming himself to play one of the most favorite Batman. After he finished filming Rescue Dawn, Bale had less than a year to gain back muscle and bulk up once more to play Batman in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. He had more time to gain his strength as compared to when he played Batman in 2006, just after he got down to 166 pounds for the role of Machinist. The secret was not lifting heavy weights, but to add complex movements and compounds to give his body the sharp yet bulky look. He was eating every 2 to 3 hours a day in between training sessions, and what's harder was that he had to maintain the weight and the physique for the role. Number 4. James McAvoy, Glass, playing the personality-shifting Kevin Wendell Crumb, one of the two villains in M. Night Shyamalan's new thriller Glass, is more like taking on several roles at once, a handful for any actor. But that's all in a day's work for Men's Journal February cover star James McAvoy, who first played Crumb in 2017's Split and reprised the role for Glass. This time around, however, he needed more than just stellar acting. He had to get ripped, too. McAvoy, in an interview with the Men's Journal, said that I'm going to be spending at least 70% of the movie with my shirt off. So it was important to get, in terms of me anyway, bigger. To achieve his goal of getting bigger, he turned to the Swedish trainer, Magnus Lindback, and spent 45 minutes to 1 hour doing intense training. He also had to put a lot more on his plate 5 to 6 times daily. Since we all know his dedication for the role, Professor Xavier never found it too hard. He said, it's easy. Eat a lot, work out a lot, put on a lot of weight. Number 3. Zac Efron, Baywatch. Number 3 on our list would be the crush of every high school girl. Zac has been in the industry since he was a kid. He was always cute and dreamy, but his new movie, Baywatch, was announced with Dwayne Johnson. I mean, he had to look a little big, right? For heaven's sake, he was like a pebble compared to The Rock. Famous trainer Patrick Murphy took charge of his transformation, and in just 4 to 6 months by working out, the beast was unleashed. Pecs got so big, junior soccer team could play on them. It not only made everyone crazy, but he made appearances on reality shows like The Ellen Show, just to show off those rock-hard abs. Number 2. Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw. Speaking of extreme training and body transformation, it wouldn't be fair if Jake Gyllenhaal was not included. From Donnie Darko to Nightcrawler, he has proved himself in every role. The amount of time you have to put into it, the sacrifice that you put into your body, it's not something that you're eager to do again. It's a huge commitment, said the man who gained 15 pounds of lean muscle to become a Middletown boxer for the movie Southpaw. To understand how much he had given to make this movie happen can be understood by the fact that he spent so much time at the gym, his relationship with Alyssa Miller ended. Number 1. Henry Cavill, The Witcher. Cavill's fans admires him as the best Superman ever, and in fact, he did really well. But everyone went crazy when a Netflix series based on the work of Polish author and very famous video game trilogy was first released. What many didn't know about other ways he adopted for getting ready to become the Geralt of Rivia would pass muster with the most dedicated Witcher fans he knew, himself. None of the Witcher's ambitious swings would work out without Cavill's intense dedication. From the top of his silver white head to the tips of the mud-spattered boots, the actor insisted on scuffing himself. In advance of Emmy season, Cavill spoke with Vanity Fair about the secrets of mastering this beloved role, and said he wants fans to know that yes, he is reading every last one of your Witcher Reddit threads. And the most loved tub scene from the series was actually a threat to The Witcher. He told in an interview that he used to drink only 1.5 liters of water in 2 days and no water at all on the day before shooting, so the skin could get thin enough that it sits perfectly on every muscle. This intense dedication put him in risk of blindness and sweat dehydration. After all, he perfected a fantasy and will now be known as The Witcher. So here it is, guys. our top 10 most amazing transformations for a movie role. Let us know who is your most favorite from the list in the comments down below, and support us by liking and sharing this video.